Friends, 5 months back I had a talk on Somalia. Basically, because the US military had bombed some parts of it in hunt of terrorist organization named Shabab. That time also I had talked that the country was to undergo an election, which in fact started on 1st November, was to finish on 25th December, but very few were elected so far, a long phased manner. And the president of Somalia removed Prime Minister of Somalia, saying that he is corrupt and there is a need to investigate corruption charges against him. Until that is not over, he cannot be rehabilitated and hence no election till then. And the same charges are also levied on the Marine Forces commander and various other political leaders. The Somalia's election process is highly complicated. Prime Minister blames President that the law has been made to make himself elected as President. The regional councils, they select or elect the senates, out of which the elder clans, the elderly leaders of the clans of Somalia, they select the lower house, and who select finally or elect the president. The election is rigged as per the Prime Minister. Even that is not free and fair, and it is made in such a fashion that only those who are nominated by the president at the lowest level will be elected. Maximum of them will be elected, and he himself will be elected eventually. And as I was saying that it was to be finished a week back, but only 24 have been elected so far out of 275 reps. Now President says it is inefficiency of the Prime Minister, the whole process is delayed. By the way, this kind of election, had it been Afghanistan under the control of USA or presently in India, no elections are free and fair, whether it is through EVM or through electoral boxes. And even if, let's say, everything is free and fair and people do go and vote, after the result comes out, the lawmakers in India, like MLAs and MPs, they are readily available to be bought and sold. You know, the Indians know it, and even in other countries know it. In USA, after defeating Trump, Biden, when he has come to the power as president, he is implementing by and large the same thing what Trump was doing. Anyway, we will talk about that later. As far as this country is concerned, Libya is concerned, the military itself is divided in two parts, one supporting PM, other supporting president. PM says he is legally authorized, constitutionally right to order the military, while president says the PM has been already removed. And even in Mogadishu, the capital of that country, both the armies are facing each other in close range, though at present everything is peaceful. But when will it break out in a civil war, no one knows. And like always, I have talked earlier also, you guys must be aware of this, that various countries, organizations, they show their deep concern. UNO, US, UK, European Union. They are actually leaders of the world who show their concerns, tell these people to maintain peace, restrain, blah blah. India doesn't participate much in this. Even in Myanmar, when military took over, India had hardly any say. The foreign policy so far earlier was non-aligned movement, of which, by the way, Somalia is also a member, which is almost defunct now. Now the present Indian foreign policy is, it follows what domestic conditions apply, and tell them, rather guide it. and therefore you see it is basically form of jingoism and rhetoric, nothing more than that. Anyway, we will not divert. Coming back to Somalia, in present scenario, when the election was to be held, there has been almost 30 years when the direct election was held, is almost out of the question now. In my last talk, I have talked about the women of Somalia who had out of nowhere united. I mean, not fully, but still, even though not guided by any revolutionary party or ideology, they said that they will join politics and ensure that Somalia moves in a right direction. There was some development in Somalia, like in construction and other agriculture and other fields, which so far was only dependent on livestock and agriculture, nothing much. The refugee situation is bad because of all this. More than 100,000 people are on the road. And as far as Somalia is concerned, if I talk about, it follows drought and flood alternatively due extreme weathers. We will not talk about climate emergency on the world and climate crisis that I have talked earlier also. And there has been clashes because of extreme religious people, and where thousands have fled, left their homes, living in jungles, surviving somehow. And in entirety, the Somalia's economy, when I was talking, it was also dependent on sea piracy, which is reduced courtesy other countries' ship. Even in civil ship, merchant ships, they carry marshals officially. So a failed state trying to jump up, trying to bring some form of democracy, some form of logic, some form of development, is slipping again, slipping badly. The people of Somalia, in the meantime, despite so-called progress, are in deep crisis. They need humanitarian aids as per UNO, and 50% of them need immediately. If not, they will be starving to death, like in Yemen, like in Palestine, and various other countries. You know about it, or you should know about it. They need immediately $1.1 billion aid, and UN is claiming that they are trying to help Somalia. Only 70% have been fulfilled. You can imagine what UN is doing. In fact, if UN, World Bank, IMF, they get away from our countries, will be much better off. Imagine 1 out of 5 Somalians do not have even sufficient drinking water. Forget about hygiene, forget about other facilities, other basic needs, food, clothes, etc. Friends, the whole world, the earth, the earthians, close to 7 billion, we have more than double the need what we actually need. Food, clothes, education, health services, but we do not get them. 90% are living either below poverty line or in a precarious condition, of which India is part. Even in US, if you go, UK you go, you will find on the roadside beggars, paupers living on the roadside huts without proper electricity, water, food, etc. Why is this condition? What can we do? Thank you, friends.